Hey everyone, Andang here for some more Lord of the Rings Online. Yes, it's once again that time to be headed on back into Middle-earth. I'm super excited, hopefully all of you are as well. Yeah, Diego, welcome, nice to have you here. Today is day 3, and I gotta be honest guys, I'm pretty exhausted. Today's, we didn't have to go to work the last 2 days, so it's okay. Today we had to go to work, and it was a great day at work, like no complaints there, but it's just the idea of, doing all the streaming we've been doing and then going to work. So, I don't know, we might have to take tomorrow off, we'll see how things go, but it's been a busy week. So, anyway, let's go ahead and hop back into LOTRO here and have some good old fun. If you guys remember, we're getting ready for what's probably going to be the end of this zone. Like, we're getting very close. And there's some super cool story moments that we're like on the verge of seeing, and I can't wait to see what is going on here. Because we're getting ready, I feel like, to have the whole... Hey, Bellon, thank you so much for the raid, dude. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Ruin, welcome to the chat, man. Hey, Jack and Sam, welcome, welcome. Bongorfians, nice to have you here. Wow. Welcome, right here at the start. Our character... So to give you an idea, since us starting the stream to your raid, our character has literally moved from like that guy's feet over to here. And that's all we've done so far this stream, so you guys haven't really missed anything. But welcome everybody, nice to have all of you here. Oh, that's great. Alright, so anyway, that's awesome, yeah, welcome everybody. Hey Estelle Lee, dude, thank you so much for the host. Welcome everybody. Man, I am feeling the love tonight. Everyone, thank you so much for the host. Oh my gosh, guys. Thank you, thank you. Wow. That's awesome. Hey Sylvan, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you here. So anyway, we're getting very close to something. Like I can feel that we're almost there to like that answer, right? And I'm super excited to see where this whole thing goes. It's gonna be interesting, I can definitely say that. Why is this tent glowing? We never have our own tents glow. This is like... I'm kind of scared to click on the glowing tent. We never see our own guys' tents glowing. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, we're summoning soldiers. Okay, cool. Hey, Junior, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. When the tin is glowing, don't go no. I never realized how much Bellon sounds like Tom Bombadil till tonight. So that's funny. Alright, well that was... Alright, there are more glowing tents, good. Yeah, we don't care about these soldiers, but these soldiers, oh man, they're getting summoned. Let's go, soldiers. Hey, there we go. On my way, yeah. Alright. That shirt is blue. Yeah, it's a very blue shirt. And it probably looks more blue now that we did that color correction, right? Because I don't think we've worn this shirt since we did color correction on our camera. So yeah, it's a very, very blue shirt. Yep, it's a shirt that says, very excitedly blue, right? Absolutely. Because, like, I have darker blue shirts, too. I actually have, like, 4, maybe even 5 shades of, like, blue shirts. Like, I have a lot of blue shirts. Because for... What happened was, somebody once, whose opinion we greatly respected, told us that we look really good in blue. But they never see us in, like, a blue shirt. Like, we wore just one, and that was it. And so what we did was, we went out and, like, bought a bunch of blue shirts. So anyway, that happened. So now we got all these blue shirts. Honestly, we might have too many blue shirts. We might have too many. Alright, so... Oh, here's one. I was gonna say, so there's not any more, and there's literally one glowing right in front of me. In this area. Obviously, there's more. That tent, I don't know what happened to this tent. This tent looks sad. It's It's not as great as that one, right? Somebody put that one up in haste. You got modded for the first time on Bellon's channel? Dang, dude. Awesome. It's like a rite of passage, right? Oh, here's the Hobbit area. Cool. We've gone over this camp, I don't even know how many times, and we've never gone up that hill to see that little detail. Alright, cool. Not that hobbits are little, but I really did say that on accident. Anyway, let's keep going. It's very annoying that it's only specific tents, right? Because there's tents that look exactly like the tents we need, but they're not the tents that they want us to have, so that's kind of weird. You never knew mods could do so much, right? Like, there's so much you can do. You haven't seen that part either? See, it's not just me. I don't think a quest ever sends you there. I think that's why. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I've been all over this camp and never saw that. Or nothing that way. Okay. So we still need 3 more, and I don't even know. I don't even know, guys. Can we do the same tent? Isn't that the same tent we just did? Am I crazy, or was that the tent we just did? I feel like it was. Anyway, we'll get these other ones, I guess. Yeah, we were looking that way. We never looked over this way. I think that was part of it. Alright. Look on both sides of the street. There's like a blue tent. Man, they really went all out at designing different tents here for once. Like, we've had the same tents in LOTRO for I don't even know how long, and they finally gave us different tents, right? The glowing tent of power. I guess so, man. I guess so. But, like, seriously, I'm pretty sure we hardly, like, I can't say we never, because I seem to remember a glowing tent in Rohan of our allies, but it's like we never click on our own guys' tents. It's kind of interesting. You play this game for however many years, and stuff you don't think about, you know? Yeah, that was nice. Different tents for different races in the war. Yeah. Like, little details like that go a long way, right? Maybe it's in here that we need to go. Yeah, I bet it is. Yep, there we go. Oh, there's more than you actually needed. I love it when they do that. That's my biggest pet peeve, when they only do, like, exactly 10 and you have to find them all. Like, I hate it when they do that. Reporting for duty. Alright. Okay, so now we need to go turn it over here. It's a very tall tree there. Or at least was. I don't know if it can still be called a tree, right?
A raiding party gathers in Mordor, formed of warriors from all across the corpse fields.
Hey, I'm sorry you're feeling under the weather, man. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm really tired tonight too, everyone. Like, I seriously think that I'm gonna have to take tomorrow night off, I think, because this is kind of crazy. But, I mean, we'll see how tomorrow goes. But today was very, very tiring. Honestly, I've been tired since launch day, right? Because, like, on launch day, there was like everything, you know, going down. There's that huge hype lead up, and it just took a lot more out of me than I thought it would. It was kind of crazy. A raiding party gathers in Mocha Darga, formed of warriors from all across the corpse fields. They seek to raid Adambel, for I am not called Hundred Slayer, and I am so named, so heed my words and my warning. Our greatest chance in stopping this raid is to catch it by surprise. Take up sword and spear, and let us go with haste to swift and honorable victory. Here we go.
Huneric, Lord of the Theudar, has
Hey,
noticed
take
the
care, Rin.
enemy forces gathering at Moch Darga and wishes to halt their raid upon Adambel before it begins.
Moch Daga.
The raiding party prepares their assault.
Now is the time to attack. Follow me into battle. Well, are you gonna go? There you go. I see why you're 100 Slayer. You just stay at the back. All those guys are gonna die, but you're like, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, honestly, that's pretty wise, right? Whoa. Whoa, major lag, major lag. Alright, here we go. Oh, this is cool. Not every day you get to see something like this. This is just chaos. Oh my gosh. Like, don't get me wrong, I love this, but I don't know what's going on. The raiding party has been defeated and no longer poses a threat to Adambel. That's it? Alright.
Come, let us return to Adambel.
You have fought well. Let us return. I expected a little bit more there, but hey, that was still really cool. It's not every day you get to see that. In LOTRO, anyway. Fastest raid, right, Fontaine? Absolutely. Yeah, that's right, Jagger Sam. You misspoke. You can see fire up there. Like, I obviously there's smoke. I mean, like, actual fire, like in that little corner there. And like up there now. So that, yeah, it's like moving. You can actually see the lava, or maybe just like the fire in the smoke. I can't tell what that is. That's gotta be fire in the smoke. Wow. That's cool. Little details that I never noticed. It's like moving right along there. Wow, that's really cool that they put that detail in. Hopefully we'll get to be closer and, you know, see what's what up there. Can we go up this way? We can.
You fought well, and we gained the upper hand in today's battle.
Maybe tomorrow we will do the same. And the war and the siege will be ended. If not tomorrow, let us hope it will be soon. The storm of wrath is on its way. We must be ready. So I looked up the lore last night. I don't know why I made that sound like so calm. Anyway, I looked up the lore last night and saw that at some point, and by some point I mean a specific point, Gil-galad's face and body is supposed to be like melted and set on fire. And he's gonna burn to death. I'm super excited. Because we've never seen something like that in LOTRO. I hope they show it. That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. I want to see some Indiana Jones stuff. Alright. Might, vitality, physical mastery. A lot of physical mastery and fate. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. That's agility, and that's well. Alright. Very cool. He gave us a ring. Alright. Rings are dangerous in Mordor. Clone commands me. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Oh, hey, we got the new Hobbit present here. Let's see what we get. You've received a gift from Holly Hornblower. Great. Oh, hey, it increases max morale by 5% now. That's way better than the old one. Oh, they changed all of them. Oh, that's really cool. Let's go ahead and get that Virtue XP. I really like that they give you daily Virtue XP, right? Esteemed Warrior of the Great Alliance. That's pretty cool. Honored in the Great Alliance. So Celebrated is the next one. Celebrated Warrior of the Great Alliance. I feel like Esteemed is better than Celebrated as far as like what I would want as a title. Like to be an Esteemed Warrior, that'd be pretty cool, right? And I guess we are. Okay, so we just gotta defeat foes. And at some point summon the recruit dude thingamadoo. Let's see. Find them at the entrance. You know what? Let's go to the entrance. It's way up there. We'll fight our way there. And we'll get it. They chant your name for your deeds, right? That's true. But Esteemed has like a reverence to it, right? Like, personally, even though I'm a champion, I would rather be Esteemed. Okay, so yeah, they are here still. Alright. Yeah, it wasn't just for that quest. That's good to know. They did not count. We were still barely outside the area. Alright, I thought we were in it. Esteemed is better, you agree? Okay. I don't know, it just sounds cooler to me. Just seems nice. Alright. Hopefully this won't count. Are we in the area? Alright, what if we drag this one into the area? Does that make it count? I don't think that's how LOTRO works, but we're gonna try and see. We'll follow you too, that way we know we have one still following us. I'm 90% sure this isn't gonna work, but we're gonna try it anyway. Oh dang, we need to heal. Yeah, we might need, we just need to run away actually. Alright. I did not realize we were that low on morale, wow. Oh, great. Well, this got more interesting. I guess we'll never know if they counted. We almost died. We'll never know. There we go. Now what? Oh, you? I can fight you. We still fought him while he was underground. Tomorrow your sub renews? Nice, dude. Very cool. So that'll make it 4 months. Thank you so much for the support, man. It's been awesome. There's that troll. Well, actually, that's a different troll. We saw one that was on like a really high hill. That one's on just a molehill. We don't care about you, troll. Well, since we had that hole running, we'll go ahead and pop that. Just for fun. And I don't know. I feel like we don't need to fight everything along the way. We'll just go and start this instance because I'm excited to see what happens, right? Well, there is this camp here, actually. Alright, we'll fight through this. Oh, great. Yeah, I see you back there, sorcerer. Here we go. Oh, that was close. Oh, that is close. Those bleeds are just so bad. So bad. Wait, what? Oh, crap. There's just enemies everywhere. There we go. He's taller than us. And he looks crazy. Dang. Interrupted him. There we go. Good deal. Okay, we just need to make our way over there. What's in the chest? Knowing LOTRO, probably nothing important, but hey, we'll see. And we're getting close to 122. We gotta get that done tonight. Gotta make that happen. The seal door looks so awesome. Just now getting into the quest you did last night. Yeah, he really does, right? The seal door and his father looks even cooler. But honestly, there's just a lot of cool looking NPCs in this place. So people that know the lore, where's Gandalf right now? Like, I know not here, but where? They are 2 levels higher than us right now. Let's find the secret entrance. Here we go. He hasn't arrived yet? Like in Middle-earth? The whole Budan could move about unseen, and Tuka was the most skilled of them all.
Over here, as quiet as you can.
This is the tunnel about which I spoke at the council. Some of my people followed it a goodly way, and it seemed to them that it did curve in the direction of the Dark Tower. We all agree that it must empty into the dungeons, And if the elves are as powerful as they say, they will be able to make it, at least as far as the tower. Beyond that, well... Tuka shudders. There are a lot of eyes out here. We should thin out some of the foes, this near to Halroth. But not so many as to be suspicious. You had better get to it.
Well, that's convenient. We need to kill enemies in this area, and now we need to kill more. Defeat just the right number of enemies. Alright. We'll see what that number is.
I have scouted the Emindweir, and if we are to remain in secret, we must do something about the enemy forces nearby.
I thought we might set traps around the mountain pass near Halroth, but I fear that might alert these very foes to our presence. And what happened then? Why, I had a brilliant thought. What about laying traps within their own encampments, all in secret? This would certainly confuse them, and they would not even think to look for us here. I have already made the traps. Would you be willing to sneak into several enemy encampments in order to set them in place? I'm sure you would enjoy it.
End up in the Timeless Halls with the rest of the Valar? So see, I don't know why, but I thought that they... But I know they're not, but I thought that they were already here, but... Clearly that's not the case. Alright, let me look it up. Because I'm curious now. When exactly Gandalf... When does Gandalf come to Middle-earth? Roughly 9,000 years before Valinor was around the year 1000 in the Third Age. Wow, that's very late. So he's not even here for another 1,000 years? Oh my gosh. Interesting. Alright. Can't do that. I was hoping we could, but no, we can't. We gotta go kill these things first. Alright, here we go. Feel like there's a lot less people in here today, or is that just you? Well, hey, that just gives you guys more space, you know? You got more room to stretch, more room to move around. Yeah, there are quite a lot less. There were less people watching other streamers I saw too. So, you know, it is what it is. It's the third day, and it's also a Thursday, which is not a normal day that we stream, whereas Wednesday is, so that might have something to do with it too. Wait a second, I might have forgotten my own schedule. Did we used to stream on Thursday? We might have. Yeah, I guess we did, right? We used to stream Wednesday, Thursdays. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. But hey, it's cool. Hopefully everybody's just enjoying the expansion. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna look on my own page. We're gonna find it. We're gonna look this up and find out. Oh yeah, that's right. I took away that schedule. Well, huh. Anyway, I guess we wanted to go Xing Xing there, right? That's apparently what we wanted to do. Oh, they got all sorts of stuff chasing them. Alright, what's over here? We're gonna scout it. Let's fight the Cargul. It's a good place to set a trap. We have 12 traps? Why do we have 12 of them? There's one. Set traps in the encampments of Matam Graz. Okay. Well, hopefully that's all we had to do there. 4 in each place. If it only requires 1 out of 4. Not too many and not too few. This area is da 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 da. Okay, so yeah, we are supposed to set 4 here. Okay. We'll do that real quick. Put it all on the same spot. Just don't step here, because you'll get the triple trap. They actually did stack. Look at that. Don't step on that, man. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Alright. I didn't think they would stack up. Alright. That's funny. That's kind of cool, actually. Like, they're a real object we placed. It wasn't just like a thing that you can walk through. 3 of them all on top of each other. That's pretty cool. We're just gonna run into this wall while we're looking over towards chat. Feel bad for whoever steps on that, right? Yeah, it would not be great. Would not be great. But yeah, also Jack is saying we did start a lot later tonight, right? Like, later than even our normal time, so that's probably part of it too. But hey, it is what it is. Let's head towards Barad-dûr, because that seems like a great idea. There we go, there we go. What? Why does it keep saying not too many and not too few? And that was all. Alright, so clearly that's not enough. And that was all. So it makes it sound like that's all we need to kill. That's really weird that it phrases it that way. Anyway, we'll keep going. No worries. Yeah, I read that as like, and that was all. So like we just killed the last one, but that's not what it's saying. I knew we'd come down here eventually. Man, Barad-dûr is huge. Like, oh, dang it. Not what we meant to do. Like, seriously, this fortress is just giant. Tevs, I want the armor this NPC's wearing. Yeah, it's reminding you to keep killing it. Changes. Okay. Beneath the tower of Barad-dûr, a ravine of death and decay simmers and stagnates. There, the dead swarm in great numbers through the pools of Angathrai. Fell summoners use cursed runes to call forth the dead to do their bidding. You should defeat the creatures that wander among the pools of Angathrai. Below the tower of Barad-dûr, a ravine of death and decay. There the dead swarm in great numbers. There the pools of cursed runes and shrines line the fetid ravine and should be destroyed. Let's go over here. But like, seriously, that is huge. Like, that's gotta be minimum like 3 times as big as any fortress we've seen. That is huge. And I'm glad it's huge. That's how Barad-dûr should be. I feel like they looked back at Mirkwood and then looked back at Barad-dûr and they're like, bigger. And then looked back at Mirkwood and looked back at Barad-dûr and they're like, bigger. Just do that again and again and again. Oh my gosh, we got so much stuff. Oh my gosh. Everything's trying to kill us. Stop it. Gosh, we got so many debuffs. We're probably still gonna die. Good, more things to kill. It's actually good as a champion, that'll give us chances to heal. They stole the kills though, so we didn't. Oh, are they gonna heal us? No. No, they're not. I was hopeful here. There we go, that healed us. We're lucky that player came along because we really would have died. Wait, we can't move. There we go. Miss Tirith, I'm huge. Barad-dûr, hold my eye. Right? We'll just hang with this lore master, it's cool. You're back, anything interesting happening? Well, we're fighting in like the horrible poison underneath Barad-dûr. But other than that, no, nothing. We almost died too. But other than that, nothing interesting. This is honestly probably the most exciting part of this whole zone so far. This is crazy. It is not a happy place. I'm starting to feel like we're not underpowered, but we definitely need that extra level to get to 121, I think, right now. Excuse me, 122 is what I'm to say there. Like, we're still doing fine, it's just those bleeds. It's those bleeds that mess you up. Okay, nothing over there. There is another one there. Yeah, the mob density is just very high here. I think that's the biggest issue. There we go. Oh dang, that's a lot. Bleeds are annoying. If you use fear, nothing, you should be good. Yeah, we should, right? We need to use that more. Even with fear nothing, we still got stuff because they put on like double bleeds, but that did help. Yeah, we need to just use that. This is the skill we need here, I guess. Yeah, we could have saved a pot or two by that. Because we don't usually worry about them, but that's because they're usually not that big of a deal, right? The shadow aura is what kills you. Try to run away. It keep applying to you. That's massive damage. Yeah. I'm surprised we're not trying to take down that thing. That doesn't look good. We'll probably have to in a future quest, right? What? Oh, gosh. Almost got all the shades already. Wow, there's multiple of them up here. Yeah, we can't destroy this thing. It looks crazy though, right? Whoa, is there a Cargul? Yeah, there's a Cargul over there. Just like a vapor thing over here. We did get that screenshot, but man, it is lagging out now. Woohoo, boy. Major lag, major lag. Wow, we got multiple things on us. Jeez, that was lag. It was worth it for the screenshot, though, in my opinion. Alright. Okay, so yeah, that's still applied. Yeah, let's go ahead and eat that. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, that should be all we need for now, hopefully. $94,000 heal right there. Are you kidding me? Jeez. Alright, there's a bunch of them over there. Let's go back up here and try to get the thingamadoos. If we can. If we can. Oh, I don't want to go that way. There's those over there. I don't want to go that way because there's enemies over there. Alright, here we go. Okay, we can do this. Let's see, let's go and apply that. Apply that. There's a page here. No way.
Gil-galad nodded, and then grew stern again. But so too did he behold mine. And though Sauron's own ring is powerful, he now fears what I might do with mine.
That was a much better pull. He now fears what I'll do with mine. That's crazy. Yeah, I know, Chromite, that the game screenshot will lag you out. But I don't... I guess we should just use Steam screenshots, right? But I like the LOTRO screenshots. You know? I mean, we got Steam screenshots, like, they're just as good. Like, it's not a big deal. Or MSI Afterburner. I mean, we could. But yeah, we do need to change the... We do need to stop using LOTRO screenshots, that's true. Because it does lag us out every time. I'm going to write a note to myself to do that. That's a good point. Cause see, I thought it was just an us thing, but clearly it's not. Clearly it's just a LOTRO thing. Makes the screenshot muddy? I haven't had that issue. The screenshot looks just as good as the one on Steam, and I've like zoomed in way into them in Photoshop. Nope. I'm telling you, dude. Maybe Steam's just as bad, I don't know. Artifacting and color loss? Okay. Now the color loss I do agree with. That definitely does happen. Oh jeez. PNG screenshots, right. Trust me, I know. He's gonna bleed out too. Haha, yes. How many more of these do we need? Jeez, we still need 5 more. Well, there's a lot of them though. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely more than 5. We haven't found the trap area, right? I guess it's up that way. We just haven't seen it yet. We'll go over here. So Chromite, you're telling me everybody has the lag issue whenever they take a LOTRO screenshot? Because like before the 64-bit client I didn't have that issue, so is that just an issue with the 64-bit client? You destroyed many of the cursed runes of Angathrai. Those who must venture into the ravine will be grateful for your efforts here. Okay, cool. You didn't lag? Are you on the 64-bit client, Bungorfians? But what's weird is it's only the first screenshot. Like once I take the first one, it's good. You don't have that issue. Okay. So it's worse on Steam. Okay. Interesting. It's worse on Steam. Defeat fell summoners. Well, that would be what this is, huh? There we go. You defeated many foes at Angathrai and halted the summoning of fell spirits. Your efforts upon the Shadowfells will not go unnoticed, and must surely hinder the plans of Sauron. This is healthy, I'm sure. Okay. Speak to the new recruit. Yeah, we still haven't done the trap one. Somewhere in here. It's kind of there we go. We're gonna stack the traps again. That's hilarious. It's literally up to our waist. Like, what? So now we gotta place a bunch over there. How do we get out of here? We didn't go down the right way, so I don't know how to get out now. I don't think it's anywhere this way, right? Because like that looks pretty well closed off. So it's gotta be in this direction. So yeah, my only issue with that Chromite is that's one more program I have to have open. Not even worried about the drain or anything like that. It's the fact that I already have, like, when I'm streaming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different programs open at least. So a 7th one is just like, that's one more. Now I used to use Shadowplay to record YouTube videos all the time. There's no way we have to go all the way over here to get back out of here. There's the path, alright. Now we found it. There we go. Well, that's why you don't get Hijus Mongorfians. We said this was only for the 64-bit client. Oh my goodness. Why? Those things are insane. Alright, we're getting close. We're getting close. We're almost at that level. Dang. We're gonna outrun this thing. And then we'll come back. Okay. All we have to do is place traps somewhere in here. Or more accurately, somewhere over there. It's gonna be in this East Island camp, okay. I'm not sure this area of questing is correct. Don't do it. You did it. There we go, there we go. So it's clearly not over there. We're looking for just the perfect place. I feel like traps would be fine all throughout here, but what do I know? Place a trap in here. Yeah, I'm trying to, but your tracker isn't even in the right spot. Alright, let's head further in and see if it's like just outside of this ring. Maybe it's misplaced on the minimap. I mean, it literally tells us it's back this way. That's very annoying. Anywhere. This trap is really annoying. There we go, there we go. And it's definitely back this way. I'm literally about to just chuck my keyboard across the room. This is really driving me crazy. Where are we supposed to set these traps? I feel like it's glitched out right now. Find the trap location. Hey Frodo Fraggins, welcome to the chat, nice to have you here. It's nice to have beta testers like you to save us from the trouble. Come March. Nice. Oh, so that's like the inner camp. I bet it wants us to do it over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that would have made sense if we would have come in this way, but we just came in the wrong way. Alright, I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I wish it was a larger area, but I'll give him. Give him a little leeway there. So far, I'd say I haven't found anything that has... Like, so far I'm very glad that I bought the expansion. But there's obviously still a lot of expansion to go, right? So, you never know. You have set all of Terna's traps in the Emendor encampments. It would be best not to return to Holroth unless absolutely necessary. For if you are followed, you might endanger the secrecy of the mission. But you know Terna would be satisfied by the thought of enemies stumbling into her traps within their own camps. And you can't help but smile. That's dark. Like for LOTRO, that's we're taking joy in someone else's joy of enemies getting hurt. That has to be an Isildur thought right there, right? Like, there's no way that's our own thought. That quest alone makes me doubt that this whole thing's really true, right? Like, to me, that quest text alone tells me this whole thing is just Isildur's made-up story. Like, obviously, you know, facts included and everything. But clearly it's his, like, twisted version of it, right? Okay, now we will hopefully be able to go inside. Well, I guess we need to talk outside first, but then we'll be able to go inside. I think it's funny that it says don't return to her, but then we return to her. Because that's the quest.
Well done. Not too many, nor too few.
You defeated the right number, I would say. Not too many or too few. The passage of the Bright Company should be unremarked upon, which is better than we might have hoped. There is nothing else you need me. There is nothing else you need help me with at Helroth. I don't know why that sentence was so hard for us. You may as well return to Adambel and relay the news that the tunnel entrance is less watched than it might have been.
Alright. Yeah, I wish we would have returned to her, right? We should have gone straight back to the camp, if that's what the quest was going to say. Like, yeah, we didn't return to the other hobbit, but we returned to her, so it's like... Whatever. Okay. I guess we did those out of order or something? I don't know. Okay, where are we going? I mean, Adambel, I guess. Okay. Speak to the new recruit. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, I knew you were gonna get aggro. Alright.
The end of the war will come.
Thank you, my friend. I have learned much in the time that we spent together. I am now to report to Hildvar to continue my combat training. I am sure that we will soon fight side by side. Let our foes beware. Kylrion, welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. Okay. A pauldron of resistance. Interesting. These are so much better. It's insane. So I'm guessing heavy, medium, and light. Yeah. So we finally got the soldier pieces. We finally got the soldier pieces. No, the shoulder pieces. That's a lot of vitality. Block rating I'm not too excited about. But everything else is better enough. 137,000 morale as a champion. Oh, that looks cool. That looks kind of funny, actually. It looks like we're just... Hi, guys. Hi. Because, like, it doesn't keep going down, right? That looks kind of weird. But from behind, it looks really cool. I think it's something to do, like, it's either the arms not having enough armor or the helm having, like, that weird shape. It just makes it look weird. I don't know if we want the shoulder pieces or not displayed. What do you think, chat? Shoulders or no shoulders? Like, if we were a guardian, shoulders all day, but as a champion, I don't know. High Warden, 121. Potentially about to pass them, right? What's your trait tree look like? I'll show you, I guess, on our way back. Basically, we invested in a lot of red. Although we didn't go for Weapon Master or Champion Duel because we thought that these were both waste, like, these aren't important. We don't have Athletic. We don't have Merciful Minded. We also don't have Hamstring, which I definitely don't ever really want. Ebbing Ire, that's just aggro stuff. Brutal strikes, we probably could get... Like, let's take a look here. Like, those are definitely better than brutal strikes. Like, instead of wild attack, we should probably have brutal strikes, right? I don't know, does this... I don't remember, does this create... Yeah, it costs fervor. That's why we don't have it, because it costs fervor. Whereas this generates fervor. Yeah, we just have fervor building skills instead. That's why we don't have it. Hey, Spider Wolf Man, welcome. Nice to have you here, man. We'll help him out. The armor looks like it already had some textured shoulders, right? Like, it doesn't need the overpowered shoulders. Like, it already has... Like, see, it already has shoulders, and then they're just like, super shoulders. I think it looks better without. I like that better. It gives us more mobility. As a champion that's going shing shing. You broke your daily instance? Killed the boss too fast? What instance, Chromite? Just curious. Yeah, Chromite, if you must already be entered. It doesn't say anything. Like being the tank? With like the big boy shoulders. Well, the new one's cool. A humanoid turns into a squid? What? Okay. Is it like a squid orning? Like a Bjorning squid? A squorning? A squorning? It's a squorning. What's the benefits of LOTRO VIP membership? You're thinking of getting it. So, you get 500 LOTRO points a month. To me, that's the biggest draw. You also get all the side quests automatically. So, like, let's say you knew you were going to play a bunch of LOTRO, and you think that you maybe wouldn't like to take alts through certain zones. Go VIP. Power through those zones. That's the time you'd want to go through them, is when you're VIP, because you get them for free. VIP does not include expansions. Hey Nimnow, thank you so much for the follow, really appreciate it. VIP does not include expansions, which is probably the biggest downside, but I mean that's industry standard, so it's not unusual. LOTRO VIP also unlocks like all the trait points and everything. So if you thought that you were gonna not be VIP in the future, you'd wanna have a character have all these unlocked by the time you'd end your VIP, so they'll stay unlocked, because you have to invest a certain amount for them to become unlocked. Because those all automatically get purchased. The extra trait points here get purchased, or trait slots, I mean. All those get purchased when you're VIP. So you'd want as many characters with as far as possible for it to do it. Stream froze for you? Still looks like it's fine for me. Still looks perfectly fine to me, so it must be on your end. Oh hey, we got the new badge now, the 6-month badge. That just hit today. Cool. Alright, let's see. So that all gets unlocked. You get all the bags unlocked. At least I think you do. Maybe that might not be true. They unlock while you're VIP, but I don't know if it actually unlocks post VIP. You also get your gold cap removed. So what, you only have to be VIP once and the gold cap gets removed. Yeah, I recommend everyone gets VIP for at least 1 month. Do it strategically. If you're for sure like you're only gonna do 1 month, do it very strategically. But I think it's good for everybody to try it 1 month. I mean, in my book anyway, in my like calculation, the 500 LOTRO points automatically takes the subscription cost for you basically $5 away. Technically even more, because you can't really buy 500 points that cheaply. But if you were just to buy 500, but you know, basically $5 away. So that leaves just $10 for everything else. One of the coolest features is the ability to open mail anywhere. That's the feature I miss the most, actually. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things. I recommend everybody at least tries it once, just to see how it's like. And again, you know, for $15, you're basically getting $5 for free back, right, with the LOTRO points. Yeah, there's guides all over the place for how to do VIP the most efficient way, like monetarily.
I'm glad you have returned, for I wish to apologize.
Wait, we're in chapter 12 now? I didn't even notice when we made the... I guess I noticed that it changed to a bad birthday, right? But I didn't notice that it changed the chapter number. Cool. I'm surprised we're already this far into the story. The rest of the chapters must be really long or spread out or something. Like, that's surprising to me anyway.
I'm glad you have returned, for I wish to apologize to you for my words earlier. I repented of them not long after you left, and would have them unsaid. Alas, that is beyond my power. Still, I beg you will forgive me. The war must soon end, one way or another, and I would not have us part with such a cloud of ill feeling between us.
Hey, Neurotic Anarchy, welcome, welcome. How long have I been streaming for? It's been 1 hour and 15 minutes now. Always forget about the mail thing. Most useful, you'd say, is the unlocked fast travel. That's true. It does also unlock fast travel forever, right? So that's very useful too. Spider Wolfman says they gotta take a nap. When's the stream going till? We're going for like another 50 minutes or so. It depends kind of on how this story progresses, but that's the main goal, is to go for another 50 minutes or so. We're doing a shorter stream tonight because we're really tired, to be honest. We've been pushing hard on this expansion, and just the launch day took a lot out of us. But hey, we're here, we're doing it. Here we go.
My brothers and I plan to take a last meal together at Dingarth. For it seems clear the mission of the Bright Company is the final hope of the Great Alliance, and we may not have another opportunity. I hope that you will join us, my friend. Let me know if you will.
You hate locked fast travel, yeah. Why do I refer to myself as we? I don't know. I guess because it's a community thing, and I've just said it so many times that I say it in times when I really shouldn't. You're right. It's just a habit I have, I guess.
Thank you, my friend. Let us go together to Dingarth.
It is Tarondil's birthday today, and we are celebrating as best we can.
Here we go.
This may be the last meal we take all together, before the end of the war, or our lives.
It is strange to me that after so many years spent in siege, tomorrow the sun may dawn upon the Great Alliance for the last time. The Council was most clear. If the Bright Company fails to break Sauron's control over the Oathstone, all hope of victory is fled. No. Banish the thought. Banish it. We will think of something. We must think of something. All is well, my brothers. Apologies were made and accepted. Apologies were made and accepted. It seems to me only one apology was needed, my brother, and not two. At any rate, all is well now. I will not lie to you, friend. Your mission tomorrow will not be easy. For you to go to the most dangerous of all places in the Black Land, I envy you not the chance. I am no fool, but in this one thing I am very envious. Tomorrow you will be given the chance to do something, stand or fall, and you need not wait for your fate to arrive. You will go to meet it. Not every man gets the opportunity for that. The elves of the Bright Company are renowned for their courage. If I had any advice to give you, it would be this. Stay near to Glorfindel. Some measure of inspiration will serve you in good stead, and I warrant he will provide any you might require. Who can tell what we might say on the morrow? The glory of the Bright Company might be joined with yours, and men may speak in reverent tones of your own contribution. Victory might not be yours, but at the least, none will speak of cowardice. We cannot go with you, but none here are cowards. Had we the opportunity, we too would fight alongside the Bright Company, as you will. Cowards! Cowards! Does something trouble you, Tarondil? There is cowardice enough on these shores to fill up a mountain. Ha! Again? Put them from your mind, my brother. Do not dwell on them, Tarondil. I cannot help it, no matter how much I try. Rondil was at the Victory Feast held by the Ordroth, the men of the mountain. He thinks he should have known them for Oathbreakers. It has come up once or twice. They swore an oath of friendship and alliance with our father. But when the war began and he called for their aid, they refused. He levied a curse upon them for their cowardice and their oath-breaking. All others came when we called and dared not refuse. I think even the men of the mountain served a purpose. Do they not serve as a useful example of our wrath? Famousil, you speak the fool, and shame yourself. Of course we could rather have had their spears. We would rather have had their spears. It is my birthday today, the 7th since we came to Mordor. I know what I want for my birthday.
The royal we? Yeah, pretty much the royal we. I hope you get some rest, Neck. Yeah, I hope so too. I don't think I thank you enough, Andang, but thank you for taking time out of your day to entertain us. You are a true sheep. Thanks, man. I regret that we didn't get to participate in the Great Alliance's last battle, though. Spoilers. Spoilers. Hey, Papa Olive, welcome to the chat. They say you are a good actor. I like your voice. It sticks well with the atmosphere. Well done. Thanks, man.
If we do not survive, if the Bright Company does not complete its mission, and Sauron holds over the Gazaboran is broken, I wish to ask my foster father for a boon. I do not seek treasure or reward or glory. I want only one thing. Tarandil clenches his hand into a fist. I want Isildur to send me to Morthond. I want to find Ryak of the Mountain, in whatever hole he hides, and make him pay for his oath-breaking. I want to slay him myself. If we survive the days to come, I will take no rest until I paid Ryak for his treachery.
Dang. He does the best old man voices. Is that a bad thing?
Why would you even ask that? Of course it's not. Clear wine's the best. And dang it.
I'm sure our father will grant you this boon. You've seen the anger that stirs in him when talk turns to men of the mountain. I have. His ire is unrelenting. It will not abate. He will not set aside his curse, not for any reason. Broken oaths and curses make for grim talk on a birthday, Tarandil.
English is not your native language, and I can understand. Rarely the case. Oh, awesome, man.
I've seen brighter birthdays, but if we do survive, let us look back upon this one more fondly, Tarandil. I'm certain Father will grant you the boon you seek. Did he not rage for a week and a day at the betrayal of the men of the mountain? If you desire death of Ryak, Father is certain to grant it. But let us speak of lighter matters. Among the Theoda recently come through Ram Riders, I saw a woman of such loveliness she could melt even your own sturdy armor, Tarandil. The blade she carried was sharp, even deadlier than your own, and with words of love you might win her heart. Why, she might join her weapon with yours, and let Ryak pay double for his treachery. Let us sit and speak of happier things.
In unison.
How beautiful was this Theoda woman, Vimisil?
It was a goodly distance away, if I tell you true.
I cannot describe her as would the poets, but I am fairly certain she was fair.
Is this wine already gone?
Pass me some of the bread and cheese. My appetite is sharpened.
That is nothing new.
You wound me, Horner, here. And to think you were once my favorite brother.
Alright. I love these Brothers of Gondor. It's really cool. Not native as well? Okay, cool. Wait, we're here? Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. How do we get back? How do we get back? The Blazon will take us to Mordor. How do we get back to them? I'm really dumb. How do we get back? Use the item near Dingarth's entrance. No, this Blazon takes us to Mordor. How do we get back to the swamp?
I have orders for you, soldier.
Is there another item? I wish we didn't do that. Alright. From Anduin to Isildur. I mean, I guess we could do that. I don't want a mithril. We're not wasting a mithril on that. We'll go to Blumgard and we'll just travel there. I did not mean to do that. Alright. Yeah, we'll just travel up there. It's cool. Oh man. Lag time. Yeah, we're not here. Where are we? Right over here. I haven't had rubber banding like that on the 64-bit client before. Normally we're fine. Well, there's always one time, I guess. Let's hope it doesn't become more. Wow, that's not the way either. Let's head back in. Here we go. Here we go. It's weird to see 120s as dark blue, right? Oh, that's weird. Board to Holtvis and ride to Gladimir. We're almost there. Rule 1, never use Warsteed except in a highway. Here we go. I feel like we just rode into the sky, right? That water looks so cool. Not quite Mirror levels, but it's pretty cool. Rule 1 of War Steed. Use Light War Steed. Yep, check. Rule 2, use Rittermark Discipline when riding in towns, just traveling around. Rule 3, use Dash. I never use Dash. What girl were they talking about? I don't know, man, but maybe we'll meet him. It'd be really funny if Gandalf's like, what does this have to do with anything, Isildur?
The Bright Company prepared to depart for the secret way of Halroth.
Did we really need to hear about every single enemy the champion killed? I mean, sure, you had him kill 12 enemies, but we did not need to hear about all the kills in real time, Isildur. Let's speed this story along.
The sun dawned sickly on the day of the mission of the Bright Company was to take place. They gathered at Eckard in Edhill and prepared to depart for the secret way of Halroth.
Glorfindel catches your attention, a sorrowful look on his face.
I hoped it would not be necessary to recall that dark day.
It is my turn to take up the tale, Andang. Well do I remember the glory of the Bright Company. But if there was valor, so too was the tragedy. I hoped it would not be necessary to recall that dark day. But I see now it cannot be avoided.
What? What does Glorfindel know that Isildur knows that we don't? This is really weird. Glorfindel turns to address Gandalf, sorrow etched on his face and regret in his voice. Hey, Papa Olive, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. You gonna be surprised? I'm assuming, yeah. What in the world? You were surprised?
I beg your forgiveness, Olorian, Mithrandir, Gandalf. I wished it were not necessary to speak of it, but speak of it I will, if there is no other way.
I do not understand this reluctance.
I have studied the records of the Siege of Barad-dûr, and understand well the price of victory over Sauron. I know too that the victory did not last, and it would be many thousands of years before Sauron's ultimate defeat. There is nothing Glorfindel need keep from me, and his belief that I will be disturbed by this tale of the Bright Company is most puzzling to me. I say he should speak on, and delay no further. Gunfod, thank you so much for the follow, man. Welcome, welcome. Glorfindel closes his eyes and nods with reluctant agreement. This is beautiful. Gandalf's never looked better. That's some cool armor. What level are you? 122. Whoa, that looks really cool. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can't wait till we're 1, 2, 3. Hey, Mistweaver, welcome, welcome. But yeah, thanks again, Papa Olive, for the sub, man. That's awesome with the Twitch Prime. Let's get some hype in chat. Enjoy the ad-free viewing. The extra entries in the monthly giveaway. Badges and emotes and all the stuff that comes with it. Voting on the next game we play. All that stuff.
Very well. I will conclude the tale, despite my misgivings.
Why are you finishing it? Why is Glorfindel finishing it? What? Like, I know this maybe seems like a minor thing to some of you, but this is the Shade story, right? This is a seal door. We're trying to make sure that this really is a seal door, right? Because I don't think we've really confirmed that. Like, we're pretty sure, right? But at the same time, he could have been lying about some things. And so, now, Glorfindel's just offering up information. The only reason I could think of is if he just made up stuff, right? Like, if he made up stuff and was testing a seal door, that would make a lot of sense. But that's the only way I think this makes any sense that he's talking now.
Very well. I will conclude the tale.
Wow,
despite
31,000
my
armor.
misgivings.
These numbers are very quickly becoming meaningless, right? Like, can you really think about 31,000 armor on just one piece of armor? Like, there's hundreds of thousands of numbers in our armor now. Like, it's so meaningless now. It's ridiculous. It's cool, but it's ridiculous.
Will you hear me then?
Alright, let's see, because now we got the art. Yeah, so now we got the whole view. I feel like these still don't match those shoulders. Those shoulders are ridiculous. Yeah, that looks much better. What if they're both lying? I'm going to lie to you, and you lie to me. Are you just sure now that it is a seal door? That's true. He could be sure that it is a seal door. That is true. This part is epic. Yeah, I'm pretty assured that it is right now. Like, something big's about to happen, right? Alright, let's go. Let's go, chat.
Listen now to the last glory of the Bright Company.
The glory of the Bright Company. And may it prove worth the sorrow I foresee in its telling. Solo quest.
We came without incident to the tunnel of Hauroth and ventured within. Our greatest danger lay ahead.
There's that screenshot lag again. Yeah, we need to... We'll fix that before next time we stream. I legit think it's getting worse, right? Lindolin and the other elves of the Bright Company have gone on ahead to secure the tunnel. But we must still remain alert for any threats that might have arisen behind them. Stay near to me. This way, friend. Follow me to the rest of the Bright Company. Gaunt men and their servants lie in wait. Stun. You can't stun Glorfindel. No, no, no. That's ridiculous. That's lore breaking right there. Stunning Glorfindel. These Riven servants are no match for the Glanonthrim. Stunning Glorfindel, not stunning me. Lore breaking. This is the most lore breaking part of the whole game right here. And hopefully it won't become more so. The passage climbs. Like butter. Cannot get over how cool his crown is, though. My friends await us ahead. I think you're melons, is what you meant to say. He said melons the other time, but when he's talking about actual... Anyway. Whenever it's plural friends, they don't say melon. Where is Lindolin? He has gone on ahead, my lord. Did he give any reason for it? Trolls, quoteth he. That sounds like him. What?
Trolls.
Oh, okay. This might be a better screen. But seriously, look at that crown. That thing's insane. They all look cool. Alright.
Lindolin has never been one to exercise caution. Not when he knows his fellows could be endangered by some approaching threat. On any other day I would appreciate that trait, but on this day, Lindolin is the only elf among us with the ability to break Sauron's hold upon the Vandasar. His role is crucial, and he must be protected.
I think I know where this is going. Alright.
Let us reach Lindolin before he does something rash. More gaunt men have crept into our way.
Those undead would explode in his presence. He fought a Balrog. They killed each other, but he fought one still single-handedly, right? You will wait for the quest to end, then say something.
It appears that Lindolin found his trolls. There he is. We saw your handiwork, Lindolin, but you should have waited for us. I accept the rebuke, my friend, but now there are enough trolls for us all.
I think these trolls are bigger. I think they're bigger in the second age here. Yeah, those are definitely bigger than normal trolls. Alright. Theirs are very high.
I think that is the last of them.
That's a foolish thing to say. Even if you know that's the correct answer, that's a foolish thing to say. You just did 158k damage. I believe it. Like, it's just gone through the window, right? It's just gotten so ridiculous. Because they keep doubling it every expansion, it seems. If not even more than that.
The passage begins to rise. We must be nearing the mountainside, well nigh to the side of the tower.
I really wish LOTRO would do something like what WoW did and just make the cap be 50. Or what WoW's going to do. Or 60, I guess, and just reset everything before that to 50.
There is a... Hold a moment, Glorfindel. There is a crack in the wall of the tower, and the tunnel runs right to it. But it is not undefended. Speak on, my old friend. What defends the entrance? More trolls? Nothing so corporeal. It is a shade, a spirit of no little power. Sauron charged it with defense of the wall, until the masonry could be repaired. It is called Zagharak. We cannot turn back now. We must defeat this shade. Onward, my friends.
Wait, is that... Why does that name sound familiar? I think I know, but I'm not going to say anything yet.
Sauron must not think we would dare this passage.
I don't want to sound like a crazy person, so I'm not going to say anything yet. There you go. Hey, Lerda. Welcome to chat. Nice to have you here.
Gaunt men are a poor defense against the bright company. We draw near the wall of the tower.
Oh, there's a bunch of them here. Alright, let's go. Wow, they're just falling like nothing. Someone must not think we dare this passage. I did not believe it. Believe it. But the rumors are true. Invaders in the tunnel. At last I will prove myself to the master. Well, that was easy. Farewell, Zagharog. Level up is close? Yeah, it is. Maybe similar to Zag-Arath from Peligir. That's probably what I'm thinking of it, yeah. We are within the walls of Barad-dûr. Oh, dang. Here we go. I don't know why I'm taking so many screenshots of... You know, we got enough pictures of Glorfindel. Let's just keep going. Listen to me very carefully, friend champion. Ahead, a stair spirals to the upper chambers of the tower, where the Vandasar awaits me. That is our destination. But we will be exposed on the stairs, and I fear the hateful eyes that may watch our ascent. This I suggest, that you go first. Nay, do not protest. I do not jest. I wish for you to climb first, so I may cover your ascent with my bow. I will slay any foes that think to threaten you from afar, and then the rest of us will follow. We will meet you atop the stair. Fear nothing, Melon. I will protect you. Glorfindel? I'd feel much safer if Glorfindel was with me. You're just gonna stand there with your boots on? Alright. Well, I guess we can't go down. I feel like this is like, close the glass doors, close the glass doors. Open the glass doors, open the glass doors. Did I say glass? I meant blast. Whoa, he's a good shot. Okay. I feel much more confident suddenly. I scared myself. I almost fell off there. Can we do something like that? That's pretty cool. Alright, let's go. That's cool. I don't know how he had eyesight of that there, but sure. Like, I'm pretty sure the arrow would be underneath the stairs at that point. But you know, maybe he got it. Got some Patriot arrows there. Why is there a Bright Company warrior here? The story is getting weird, right? I will think no worse of you if you choose to turn back. No, you wish to stay. You are truly one of us, Melon. This way, my lords. I guess they sent a scout in. Alright. They don't seem bothered by it. Whoa. Let's get some hype in chat. Things are about to get epic.
You are foolish indeed to challenge the will of Sauron. What gives strength to this foolishness, courage? Us. The Glenalthrim will defy you. For a time, perhaps.
Man, they got the whole gang together here. Oh my gosh. They got all of them here. The Grim Southron, the Black Blade of Lebanon, the Forsaken Reaver, the Gloom of Nirn. We'll never really get to talk to you much. The High Sorcerer of Harad. Dang, you're cool. The Witch King. The Woe of Khand. And the Bane of Rune. Oh my gosh. This is pretty cool. The worst gathering ever seen, right? The boys are back in town. Alright, anyway. We cannot stay here, though it grieves me deeply to leave my friends to their doom. Our goal lies above. Lindolin must reach the Vandasar. Lindolin, it is time. Ah! Here we go. Yep, pay no attention, guys. Where is school? School. Glorfindel definitely did not just walk off stage. This is cool. Whoa! Few come uninvited to the Tower of Sauron. How did you gain entrance to my sanctum? Zagharog. He will be punished. But first, let me see who possesses such boldness. You are not Gil-galad, but I do know you, Elf Lord. Your king sent you here to die. If that is to be my doom, I will accept it. But who are these others? Oh my gosh, guys. That's epic. Do they too choose death? I can grant it. Sauron's huge. Like, that sword might be taller than us. Alright, let's... Can we... How do you lay down in LOTRO? I know how to sit. Let's look for the emote. What's the emote? We gotta find it. Faint, maybe? Faint would get us close. There's gotta be a better one. Lie down, alright. It's longer than us! That thing is huge! You know what they say about big swords. The giant pearl of Sauron. Alright, guys. Here we go. I still can't get over this. This is awesome. But yeah, the fire of the ring is supposed to, like, catch Gil-galad on... Gil-galad? I keep saying it Gil-galad. Gil-galad on fire, right? Potentially melting his face off. Can't wait to see what this does. Here we go, guys.
Your people believe they are strong, gathered beneath their banners, behind their kings. For how long has this great alliance lasted? No more than a handful of years. It needs but one hammer stroke, well aimed, and it will crumble into dust. So it always is with men. I have called into being a storm, and it is on its way. Your alliance will be swept away by the wrath of it.
What's with the pearl? They explain that. It's basically a giant palantir that they use to communicate. But I do have to say, this being told by Glorfindel is definitely a good thing, because I think most players would not believe that this actually happened, right? Unless this didn't actually happen, in which case it's all a lie, and Glorfindel's testing the Wraith. Anyway, let's keep going. As for the third member of this foolish band, what is the meaning of this guise you wear? You are no elf. What?
Sauron. Did you think you could work your evil unopposed? But that means... Sauron, face me. Now, Lindolin.
That's pretty epic. Wait, what? We kind of missed that. We cannot stay here. Follow me. Yeah, we'll follow you in a second, bud. That looks so cool. Oh my gosh. It is done. The power of the Vandasar is broken. Oh my gosh. Do not stop for any reason. My friend, I am sorry. Did he just sacrifice himself? What happened? No, he's over here. He's over here. He's over here. Wow. Crap. We failed to escape. Well, great. Alright, we should have kept going. It's cool, we'll do it again.
Listen now to the last
Fine to do that again, right?
Company.
Here we go. That's cool. We got a screen. We got some cool screenshots, so it's worth it. All right, here we go. I mean, how many else people can say that they saw Sauron that way, right? Yeah, we got this now. No problem. Here we go. We're gonna own this place. Deja vu feeling, right? Absolutely. Hey, take care, Bangorfians. Take care. Sadly, I don't think I can clip the entire end. I'm guessing it'll be longer than Twitch allows for clips, but I don't know. I mean, it'll be at the end of the stream, so it'll be easy to find at the end, right? And actually, Twitch saves your spot, so you can literally just keep watching. Like, even though it's live, in the VOD after on the past broadcast, it'll know. So you have like 2 weeks till this video goes away, so you have 2 weeks to see what happened. And obviously longer than that if you actually wanted to find where you were at. Anyway. Yeah, trolls quoteth he. Yep. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Well, see, now we can see what he did with the Palantir, right? because we were distracted. I'm actually glad we're playing this again. Now we can see what they did. Found out when you skipped Minas Morgul giveaway? What? Oh, yeah. Alright, we'll have plenty of more giveaways, don't worry. See, there's those trolls that we kind of missed earlier too, alright. We were so focused on like what was going on with the story, we didn't really pay attention to this. So now the question is, who is this guy, right? Because he's not an elf. So who the heck is he? Is this Karazgar? You would answer, but you cannot. Like, I appreciate you keeping it a secret. I'm asking things I don't want the answer to yet, right? Hey! Level 122. We did it. What better way to level than fighting a troll? I mean, I guess fighting Sauron would be pretty cool to level it. But anyway. Yeah, crack in the wall, blah blah blah. Who is this elf? Glorfindel knows. He has to know. Probably a shapeshifter. Oh my gosh. More trolls? Who is this guy? So now we're wondering who this elf is. We're wondering who the other elf is. We're wondering who Karazgar is. We're wondering who, like, everything is. Like, what? There's so many questions. Of course, I guess this elf and the other elf could be the same person, technically, right? If they're a shapeshifter. There are no elves. It's all a lie. This entire time, Tolkien's been making up everything. It's all fake. And imaginary. LOTRO just zooms out and you're just there in Tolkien's office. And he's just grading papers and that's the end of the game. I would actually love that as the end of the game. Have Tolkien be involved, like literal, like just create a Tolkien NPC and have that be the end of the game. That would be amazing. Not that I want LOTRO to end anytime soon, but that would be really cool. You think that name is even more epic? You know who he is? Oh my gosh, the whole chat knows. Just think what Glorfindel said before the entrance started. I don't even remember. I don't remember stuff more than a minute ago. I mean, it is true that Glorfindel could be like he is telling the story. I don't know. Is this elf named Melon? Is this the real Melon? The original Melon? Now we know. No spoilers, no spoilers. Like seriously, no spoilers. I'm just rhetorical guessing right now. No, he calls him Melon. He wouldn't. His name wouldn't be Melon if he was calling other people Melon. But no, this is totally worth replaying. I'm glad we did. We can see other things now. And this is just too epic not to replay. This is literally perfect for screenshots. That looks so cool. Sorry guys, I'm distracted. Alright, let's go. There's chains in this room. It's crazy. I am here for you. Good night, other side of the globe, friends. I mean, that is, you know, right now it is 2 a.m. here. 3 a.m. Eastern. Alright, it's time. For a Hobbit present. A random relic pack, alright. And more Virtue XP. I really like the Virtue XP being given, because we kind of needed to catch up, right? I guess that's the top of Barad-dûr, right? This is so cool. Everybody complained about not seeing Sauron and Mordor, and what'd they do? They come back and they give a second age story. So cool. If that is to be my doom, I will accept it. But who are the others? Well, I'm just a nobody. I don't even know why I'm here. Do they too choose death? No, I choose life. Life, please. Thanks for the life. What is the meaning of this guise you wear? You are no elf. Sauron. Do you think you could work your evil unopposed? What if that's Bombadil? But that means... Sauron, face me. With your glowing eyes. Alright, let's watch this now. What's he doing? I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I know what he's doing, but I don't know what he's doing. Alright, it's done. He's still okay though, he's not dead. You cannot stay here, follow me. Like, he's definitely not a dead NPC. Do not stop for any reason, including screenshots apparently. Why are we running through there? That looks so dumb. Alright, anyway, let's keep going. Oh, here's okay. I thought he was right behind us, but it is not so. Lindolin, forgive me, my friend. Alas, that we must bring word of both your triumph and your loss to the Great Alliance. But your hand, the Vandasar is broken. By your hand, the Vandasar is broken, and Sauron's control over the Gaza-Boran must begin to wane. And you should celebrate with us, but it is not to be. Quickly, friend. There is no time to spare. ASMR Lotro.
Now we're gonna whisper in your ear. It's gonna be great.
way.
Keep going. You want me to keep going? Okay. We'll do the ASMR now then. Is this okay? Is this okay? Hey do, Mary do. It's Tom Bombadil doing your ASMR. My boots are yellow.
Anyway, so that's a thing. Hopefully you guys could hear that.
Anyway.
Andang is kind of insane. I mean, come on, let's be honest. You guys wanted the Bombadil ASMR, right? Like, that's what you want. Anyway. I remember little of our last desperate flight down the stairs and through the tunnel of Halroth. When we returned to the relative safety of Adambel, we were greeted with more sorrow than we brought with us. Men spoke in hushed tones of the last ride of noble Anarion, son of the High King, slain on the field before the Dark Tower. It was a great stone, cast from the heights, that laid him low and ended his life. But I will never forget that it was his riding that granted us access to Halroth and enabled Lindolin to break Sauron's hold upon the Vindasar. For so it was. Without the power of the Oath Stone, the Gazaboran splintered, no longer unified. The storm of wrath dissipated, falling apart into its component tribes. The Easterlings fled, no longer dominated by the will of Sauron, and they turned instead for their own lands. Their appetite for conquering was sated, and it would be many years before their return. Even so, Middle-earth has never been so great a horde, has never seen so great a horde as the Gazaboran in all the time since, and we have Lindolin to thank for that. You have become very quiet, Gandalf. Is everything all right? I do not know, Lord Elrond. Something speaks to me from the distant past. Your story is not ended, Glorfindel. I would hear the end of it. I just had an idea. Are you certain, my friend? I am. Lindolin was not slain, though he remained behind. Sauron brought him to the dungeons of Barad-dûr. There he was tortured, tormented by the Dark Lord. The experience was cruel. Finally he succumbed to death. Death? Sauron said Lindolin was not of your people. Sauron spoke true. Lindolin was no elf, and that was not his true name. He had been sent to Middle-earth by the Valar in the guise of my people. He was sent to combat the evils of Sauron, and this he did. Many years later, in the Third Age of Middle-earth, they sent him back. They gave him a new name and a new form. They also gave him this kindness,
They removed all memory of his life as Lindolin.
Can it be so?
That's what I thought.
Yes. I remember.
The veil of the Valar abates. What the heck? Well, if they weren't breaking the lore before. Alright, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Of course Gandalf would still be involved. Alright. Sure. That stone was pretty big. That's weird that Gandalf went up against Sauron that long ago. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright. Gandalf is everywhere, man. And Bombadil's Gandalf. Everybody's a Gandalf. At the end of the day, don't you think we're all really Gandalfs? Stupid phone. And you're a Gandalf. We all have a little Gandalf inside us. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that still. Alright. Andang is Gandalf. Everybody is a Gandalf. Alright.
I have walked this Middle-earth for the long years of this Third Age, sent by the powers to oppose Sauron. But this was not the first time the Valar sent me hither, though they hid the truth of it from my memory's sight. For what purpose?
Wait, Sauron's Gandalf? I mean, I'd argue Sauron's closer to Gandalf than most people in Middle-earth, right? Right? As far as, like, level of power and everything? I mean, if anything, Sauron's more like Gandalf than any of us. When you think about it. It's not Gandalf. It's Gandful. Yeah, it's not Gandalf. It's Gandful. Oh, that's funny. You actually played as Gandalf the whole game. Bellathruin, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, guys. This is some weird stuff. Alright, everybody's Gandalf, it's cool. But that, like, changes everything, right? But at the same time, it does make sense that Gandalf would not... Like, it's weird that Gandalf would have come so late, right? Like, it makes sense that he would have been doing other things. That's interesting. So wait. Was Skarsgård's whole reason for wanting the Black Book so that Gandalf wouldn't realize who he is? And if so, why? I'm sure we're about to find out. Anyway, that's weird.
It is true. I remember the Bright Company, not only from the tales of Glorfindel, but as if I was there. For so I was, in a different form.
Of course, they could still be trying to trick Isildur, right?
I know the torments Lindolin suffered within the dungeons of Barad-dûr, for it was I who suffered them And though Sauron be gone, the memory of those days fills me with a terror I thought never to know. But this cut is the worst. I have known these elf lords for so long, and this secret they kept from me. Why? Why did you keep this truth from me, Glorfindel? Have I not been a friend to you? No matter the name I wore. You knew me first as a Lorien, and now you know me as Gandalf or Mithrandir. Why would you keep the knowledge of Lindolin from me? No, no. I am not angry. Perhaps it was a kindness to keep this from me. What say you to this?
We're finishing it there? What? What? Oh, okay. I guess we're here now. Oh my gosh, what does that even mean? You may know me as Spider Cookie from Twitch chat. Because we all have a little Gandalf in us. Alright. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So to recap, this shade didn't know who they were. They needed them to tell him. Karazgar may or may not know who he is. Somebody needed somebody to tell him. Gandalf didn't know who he was. No. I just had another thought. What if Karazgar is somebody evil? Who also came back? Something to think about.
And so it is done.
When I beheld Olorin in the new guise in this third age, I knew him to be Lindolin come again. And yet he knew nothing of his former life, and remembered nothing of the trials he endured within Barad-dûr. That's true, he did have to endure all of that, and that would be a mercy to not have him remember. I could think of one reason only for that. The Valar had kept the memory of that experience from him as a mercy and a kindness. For if he remembered the cruel tortures he suffered at the hands of Sauron, how could he oppose the Dark Lord upon his return? That's very true. Knowing the extent of Sauron's malice. And so we chose not to speak of Lindolin or his sad fate within the Dark Tower during the final days of the Second Age. I did not wish to inflict this harm upon Olorien, Mithrandir, or Gandalf. And for that I beg his forgiveness. Lindolin was my closest advisor, and my dearest friend, and also very pale. And I failed him. I thought it best to leave his memory behind. For if that was the purpose of the Valar, I would not wish to do otherwise. Alright, Glorfindel.
Do not trouble yourself, Glorfindel, on my account.
All that was kept from me has been restored. And I do not begrudge you for keeping secret that which the Valar hid from me. Indeed, in this knowledge I find reassurance, for I see now that my reluctance to oppose Sauron directly was born from Lendolin's sad fate.
That makes sense.
And is it not true that Frodo's quest proved successful, and the Ring and the Dark Lord both defeated at one stroke? Indirect opposition found success, but direct opposition could not. And in that, I may say the Bright Company came at last to have its greatest triumph. But I remember now that which I did not before. I know the end of this tale.
While Sauron tormented Lendolin within Barad-dûr, his enemies were not idle.
The leaders of the Great Alliance met once more in secret. A trap was decided upon. A trap with which to ensnare Sauron and draw him forth from his tower. The Lady Galadriel remained at Minas Ithil after she and Lord Celeborn drove the Nazgul from the valley. Now she sent her thought to Lendolin, and she spoke directly through Sauron's prisoner to the Dark Lord. One broke the gates of Ithil. Lendolin said, his last breaths upon him, and Sauron laughed, for he had the mastery. Two sundered the ramparts of the Morannon. Lendolin continued, and doubt began to gnaw at the Dark Lord. He had long feared the Elven Rings, and in his secret heart, he dreaded to think they could be used against him. But three, Lendolin said, as the last of his strength departed. The power of the three, wielded together, shall cast you down at last. And so Lendolin perished, and his final words remained hidden to me for this past age. But now I know what they wrought, for it was by this message that the deceiver was himself deceived. Sauron climbed to the pinnacle of Barad-dûr, and looking from the vast height, he beheld a shining figure ascending the slopes of Mount Doom. Fear seized him, and he imagined that Gil-galad possessed all three elven rings, and would use them together to destroy him. For the three were hidden from his sight, but he thought he could sense they had been united at last.
The Dark Lord unleashed the last of his armies in a final bid to destroy his enemies.
I was with my king on this day. I was there 3,000 years ago. I know what they befell. The Dark Lord opened his gates and emptied Barad-dûr, unleashing the last of his armies in a final bid to destroy those who besieged him. On the slopes of Mount Doom, he brandished his black mace, Mordagir, wading through friend and foe alike, until at last he faced the High Kings of the Alliance. The One Ring shone on his finger, and he sent forth his evil thought, seeking to dominate Gil-galad's mind, when he donned the Three. But he did not see it. Gil-galad threw back his head and laughed at Sauron, and the Dark Lord was filled with rage. "The rings of my people may be together," my liege declared, "but they are far from here, far from you." And Sauron knew he had been deceived, lured from the safety of his tower, and he knew his peril. But above all else, he desired to inflict anguish upon those arrayed before him. He sent his will into the One Ring, and his foes were held fast by its spell. Sauron fell upon them in deadly combat, and great gouts of ash and flame roared from the peak of Mount Doom. I stood on the slope, too far to aid my king, but near enough to feel the terrible heat of that battle. Even now I can feel it, and I know the pain of that day anew. When Gil-galad got his face melted off. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
That day, as battle raged upon Gorgoroth, the fates of many were decided. Gil-galad and Elendil
Here we go, guys.
challenged the Dark Lord, and he answered with a power none could resist. But as the enemy
Oh
tore
yes, we're seeing it.
the kings of elves and men struck. It was their greatest deed, and their last.
They're doing it.
And after, as payment for so many losses, and Weirgild for his father's death, Isildur
Whoa.
claimed his prize. The ruling ring.
That made it look much more like Isildur being evil, right? After seeing that, now you can open your laptop and Excel files, you can work relaxed. Oh my gosh, guys. Wow. You're in awe? I'm in awe too. Like, I'm kind of speechless right now. I don't even know if, like, that was really, really cool. But I'm like very confused too. Like, all right, that was very interesting.
Sauron was defeated, but at great cost.
Here we go, chapter 13 already. I'm wondering if the Black Book even goes to Minas Morgul. I mean, if we're already here...
Interesting. Sauron was defeated, but at a great cost. Elves and men wept for their lost kings, for the like of Gil-galad, and Elendil would never come again. But there was joy too, for the war was ended, and none could see the sorrows of the age to come. The ring should have been destroyed on that day, but it was not. Isildur took the ring as payment for the death of his father and the travails of his people. An heirloom of his house, and a record of their triumph over evil. The several kindreds that composed the alliance returned to their homesteads, nursing their grief and holding dear the memory of their triumph. We believed Sauron was gone forever, and it was not so. Wow. Oh my gosh, guys. Well, I think we're gonna end off there. Wow. That was amazing, guys. Let's... I guess they're just gonna run around with their sword. I don't even see what they're in combat with. That actually looks really cool. I wish I could run around with my sword like that, right? That looks awesome, dude. Oh, now they're out of combat. Wow. Yeah, I'm very speechless right now.
My memory is less certain of the years following the defeat of Sauron.
Yeah, that's a long time. All right, we're not gonna get into that tonight. Jeez, guys. Yeah, I need to process all this. I'm not 100% sure I like this. But at the same time, it does make a lot of sense. Like, it's a clear lore break, right? They clearly went for the lore break. But at the same time, it makes sense. Gandalf's never gonna give up that book now, right? Like, with the knowledge he has. 5:35 and your brain is melted. Thanks, Lotro. But like, that changes so much stuff, right? It makes a lot of sense. No, don't get me wrong, it definitely isn't a shadow of Mordor break. But it does give Gandalf another reincarnation, which I don't know. I don't know. It makes sense, but I don't know. And yeah, it's not as lore-breaking as Shadow of Mordor, but it is lore-breaking. I'm very speechless right now. I'm trying to think what this means, right? I guess nothing, really. Why does Skarsgård want the book? And willing to give up everything for the book? It can't be because he wants Gandalf not to know something, right? It has to be whatever Skarsgård wants to know. Because Gandalf finding that out doesn't change Gandalf at all, I don't think. At least not in a way that would benefit Skarsgård. Like, there's still so much mystery about the book. There's still so much mystery about everything. Like, how does Gandalf tie into this? How does Isildur tie into this? We still really don't have any idea. That's true. Gandalf was given a lot of names. But in general, everybody thought that Gandalf having a lot of names was just because he pretended to be a lot of people, I guess you could say. Not that he was legit a bunch of people, right? Like, it's just different, and it's not even him pretending, it's what the, like, basically Gandalf would become whatever the culture wanted him to become, right? That's not exactly what I meant to say, but basically he would, you know, be the person, like, they'd give him a name, right? Gandalf's still Gandalf. That's not what I meant to not say. Gandalf's still very much Gandalf. But every culture gave him a different name. Which is totally different than him legit being a different person and being an elf, right? I don't know. I will give him credit. It does make sense. So far, anyway. And I do like this, like, genuine surprise by this, right? Like, this, we've had a lot of surprises in the Black Book of Mordor. This is the biggest one by far. Like, I think the last time I was this, like, blown away by something was when they did the fake thing with the Palantir and Minas Tirith, right? That's the last time I've been this shocked by something. Anyway, I'll definitely have to put a spoiler alert when I release this on YouTube. Alright. So I went like 40 minutes longer than I meant to tonight, but it's been fun. Thank you guys so much for all your support, everything you've been doing. It's been cool. Well, yeah, I fully expect to have a lot more shock, right? Because we still don't know anything. Like, we learned something that is completely, like, it might be completely relevant to what we're talking about, but it's not any of the questions we had going into this, right? It's just something totally different. Diego asked if I'm live tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be live tomorrow. I think I'm going to take a break tomorrow. I think I just need to rest a bit. I don't know. I've been feeling very exhausted, so I think I need to take a day off tomorrow. But we will definitely be streaming Saturday, regardless of if we're streaming tomorrow or not. So be on the lookout for that. And then we'll stream again on Monday. We're definitely not streaming on Sunday. Squareo Primes, welcome, welcome. Sorry, not lurking, just working as you watch. Great channel. Thanks, man. Nice to have you here. I like the butterfly just going through here. It makes it feel much more peaceful. I'm still so confused. Like, somehow Gandalf, Isildur, and Karazgar are all tied together. And obviously I don't think I have any way of figuring it out. So we're just going to end off here. Yeah. I'm very glad, like, they used that cinematic at a good time, I think. I think that was really cool. Also awesome to see Sauron literally melting elves. Like, that was cool. That was really cool. I wish they would have even, like, spent a little bit longer on it, but man, that was awesome. Right out of the books. I'm also very glad I looked up that lore today, so I knew that that was something that we needed to see. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end this off finally. I know I've been kind of ending it off for like the last however long. Let's see. Let's see who's streaming LOTRO still. We'll look up Madcap as well. Nobody on any of those. All right, we'll just give. We'll actually. Let's see. We'll give Lemon Pops a raid. It's been a while since we've raided them. Here we go. So once again, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. It's been fun. I can't wait to see where this thing goes. It's got me gripped. I'm gonna be trying to figure this out all day tomorrow as I'm working in the cold cooler by myself typically most of the day. Like, I definitely work with other people, but I spend a lot of time on my own at work. So anyway, take care everybody. Have a great night, and I'll see you for sure on Saturday, if not tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Let's get this raid going.